Trump's going to trial, and he's been in trial. And it's so funny. He gets out every day and he bitches about how cold it is, which they do for a reason. We do that in comedy clubs too, to keep people awake. You know, you don't want to get them too comfortable. Yeah. He looks like hell. I've never seen him look worse.
Yeah.
It looks like his face is sliding off his skull. He is, he keeps saying, I'm going to testify. There's no way he's testifying.
He says that every time.
David Pecker was the first guy. And Lucille Ball. So
Lucy Balls would have been hard. Maybe she changed her name.
But David Pecker came out and said basically that he flat out admitted that it was 100%. He admitted doing it. I know David. I know. I can't even say it again. I know
DP.
I know DP basically agreed to be. They can't prosecute him. Because I don't know what he did illegally, though. Trump's the one who did it illegally because Trump is the one who's getting the free stuff. But I think what it comes...
No one benefited but him.
Right.
Right. All the stuff that these people go to jail for. Michael Cohen, sure, he's a sleazeball. We'll give you that. He didn't benefit in any way. He wasn't getting elected.
Do you know, guys,
he didn't get paid interest. He took a second on his home to pay Stormy Daniels.
By the way, here's what I don't get about it.
And then got reimbursed.
Listen, if you spent a day looking at news about Trump and the people he's worked with who have helped him, if you just spent a day looking at even 2 hours, you realize very quickly that this guy fucks everybody over.
Yeah.
Like if you had a friend like that, he wouldn't be a friend.
You got to back the fuck out immediately.
What is it about the guy? He became president. But what is it about the guy that we see for 7 years? And all the people that he screwed over in his businesses, he just fucks people over left and right, and they still keep coming back. Bill Barr came out and goes, I'll vote for Trump again. Bill Barr, dude, you just talked mad shit about the dude. What are you talking about?
There actually is very good news today that we can all pray about. The Pennsylvania primary just happened, and Donald Trump won, of course, because he's the only one that's currently running. Won the Republican nomination. However, 156,000 and some odd registered Republicans voted for Nikki Haley, who left the race 7 weeks ago. The other interesting thing is that Pennsylvania is a closed primary. So whereas in other states, it was an open primary and Democrats and independents skewed the numbers by going and voting for Nikki Haley, this was a closed primary. You had to be a registered Republican in order to vote. And so those are all registered Republicans who got in their cars and drove to the polling place to protest Donald Trump. And I thought it was interesting. Michael Steele, the former RNC chair, was saying that in his experience, people that were willing to make that effort during a primary, they're not people that are then going to stand back for the election and not vote, right? Those are people that are active participants in elections. So the question is, are they going to vote for Biden or give up and vote for him?
What people don't quite understand about Biden is Biden, the progressive left had to pull Biden to them. Biden was like, Biden's always been very centrist. You know, he's been very centrist.
Those are his voters. If he plays it right.
Yeah. And again, people go, why are you a Democrat, Titus, libtard, this? I'm like, dude, I make more money every time Republicans. I was just looking at the records again because I go through it every once in a while, you know, because these right wingers on Threads or whatever, they'll be just like, start going, man, he fucked up the economy. Go, no, he didn't. We had 5.1% growth last quarter. What are you talking about? You know, and then people go, wait, well, you better off 4 years ago. You better off 4 years. Yeah, 4 years ago this week. Definitely. He said to ingest disinfectant to kill COVID. That's 4 years ago this week. He said that. We had 14.7% unemployment 4 years ago this week. We have 3.6 now. So another guy pointed out that gas price is so high. Gas prices before COVID were about the same as they are right now. They weren't lower. Gas went to $1.50 because after COVID, no one could drive. In Saudi Arabia, they actually went to a negative on the oil markets, went to negative. They were just giving people oil. It was less than $0 a barrel. Now, guys, if you want 5,000 Americans dying so you can actually get cheap gas, you're an asshole. you're
a long commute.
Yeah,
we could lose a couple.
That's valid. That's a good point. Can't sit in traffic every day. You know what? Do it anyway. So I think we are better off than 4 years ago, and the economy's still booming. I mean, we're still doing great.
It looks like the polls for Biden are creeping up. He's ahead, from what I'm hearing in some areas, and he just pulled a nice Obama joke recently about the bleach thing. So that's a good tactic.
Yeah, get on it. He has been crapping on Trump. What did he say yesterday?
About the bleach thing, he said, I don't know if it was yesterday.
And then he also said something about, well, he's been ripping on him. So look, I hope he has someone on staff, like a writer from The Daily Show. That would be awesome because he needs that.
Yeah.
But he's been body slamming Trump. I look, I don't want to talk about this guy anymore. I'll be honest with you. He is in court right now. I think this is the least of the trials. You guys got to remember, this is just the one where Christian evangelicals, listen to this. This is the one where he slept with a porn star and paid her off. And he slept with her because his wife had just had a baby and she was taking care of it. So, and then the other one was a Playboy playmate.
Also married during that.
He was married during that too. So you evangelicals, that's your guy.
She also had said on CNN in an interview, and she's extremely credible, Karen McDougal, she told Anderson Cooper that she loved him and that she would fly to see him when he wasn't with Melania, and he would have her pay for the flights and then he would pay her back. And she said, why? Anderson said, why? And she said, to conceal the fact that we were together and to not have my plane tickets on his card or whatever. And he said, did you know that? And she said, of course. I knew that's what he was doing.
Yeah, she's really upstanding. Really upstanding.
You know what Trump also said?
And she's totally credible.
Well, she is, because then they said, well, why do you think he did that? And she goes, I can't tell you why he did things. I couldn't answer that. I can just tell you what we did. I just thought as a witness, you believe her. Whatever you think of her character is one thing, but.
Well, also, I mean, anybody that comes forward at this point with everybody who gets attacked, I mean, all Trump does is put their name in a Truth Social post, and all of a sudden those people again, like there's how many jury people have now said, there's one that's single. I think she's a single woman, I think. And she's just like, came to the judge. She's like, I'm kind of scared.
Yeah.
I'm by myself and I don't know. And that's a mobster. That's not a guy. That's not a politician. That's a fucking mobster. And I'd ask Jeffrey Epstein if he was or not, but you can't. So we are to the point now where we've got this criminal. And again, why are we letting him run? Like, okay, listen, we are all Americans. We all have freedom of speech. We all can do it all. But this guy's obviously a fucking criminal. Yeah. And you know what else I'm tired of? I'm tired of both sides. They all do it. Then really? Okay, how many? So Biden's got 91 felonies charged against him. Right. Biden stole top secret nuclear documents. You got to remember that Mike Pence and Joe Biden, the second that came up, they went through their shit and was like, do we have anything we shouldn't have?
I mean, Biden's did pay off some porn stars, but they were flapper girls. So they were.
It was in the 20s. Yes,
they actually just lowered their dress a little. And
scandalous.
The old 23 skidoo controversy. I remember this.